Hi friends, welcome back. Today we are in the back bedroom or spare bedroom, and we're going to be putting together our seed starting setup. Super excited. We have a new like wire shelf to put together, and then we're going to take all of our grow lights from last year and string those up and get those all ready to go. Yeah, watch us struggle. This is the space for reference. We got this bunk bed off of Facebook Marketplace for like $50 because 80. Well, we're gonna have family stay with us, and we ordered a bunk bed, but it was running late, so we randomly picked this one up. So this is existing here for anytime we have people over. Over here we have our shelf. This has a bunch of our canning stuff, so our water bath canner and our Presto canner, digital pressure canner, and then all of our like gardening books. I'm building up my stock, then some seed starting stuff. We have some of the things we've canned already, so like pickled jalapenos. We have that lemon curd we made the other day. Plenty of beans, stuff like that. Then we still have these giant squash from last garden that we still need to cut into. This little spaghetti squash is so cute. And then some more like canning supplies and jars. Same up here. And then, yeah, I think we're gonna try to clear off at least 2 of these shelves so that we can put lights up for growing, but I think eventually this whole thing might just have to turn into growing space. And then over here we have 80's desk with her sewing machine, and then that's just junk. I don't know. 80, come in. Oh yeah, we keep this space closed just because the cats are menaces, and we like to have one room where they can't get into everything. So this is the said room. And also we don't want to like encourage them to come in here, especially since we're planning on starting seeds. Do you have scissors?
No.
Well, we should get scissors.
To unbox it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unboxing. Okay.
We need the light on here, no?
Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about that. I keep everything.
There's only one light.
There's only one light bulb working at the moment. Okay. That literally did nothing, but.
Okay, so I'm gonna start unboxing it?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Gotta move this stuff. These are some more grow lights, and then these are our heat mats right there. So gotta put those somewhere. I'll just start a pile on the ground, because why not?
Or I could put it like up here.
Yeah, I don't know. How should we start? Did you grab a scissors? No, this one's going down. embarrassing.
Look at those toes.
This is not that kind of website.
That kind of website.
Okay, one of these is locked. Okay. Okay, so we're using this as our basis for height. This is our seed starting tray for our soil blocks, and I think we are actually going to do one on the ground, and we want to make sure there's enough room to like lift these off without disturbing the seedlings inside.
And for the lights to hang down.
Yeah, and for the lights to hang down and for a heat mat. So I think this is a good size, so we're just going to build up the rest of them from this. So many chains and S-hooks. Trying to find the ones to fit in these little guys. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4 shelves built. We have 2 more to do to go. And as we're building the shelves, we're also putting up the lights because that makes it easier for us and we can tell exactly where they're gonna go. So we have them fitted to fit this guy. Yeah.
Oh no, I broke a chain.
Oh no, 80, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Tell the world why you would do that.
Hand me the other one.
Okay. I can't really do this one-handed.
Okay.
Ugh. Oh wait, we don't have things on it though.
Oh yeah.
Oh, 80.
I forgot that was a thing.
Well, let's put those on real quick.
Okay.
Okay, okay, now go. And then, cool.
Whoa, the echo in here.
Yeah, it's terrifying. Yay! We got all the different shelves on. And we just need to put lights on this one and this one. So the way that we divided this up is we have all of these shelves can fit our seed starting tray. This is our setup, and then we have domes that go over it for starting. So those all have some headspace above. Some are shorter, so like this one and this one, and that's just to keep the lights closer to the dome. And then closer to the seedlings so that they sprout better. And then the other ones, like this one, for example, this we're anticipating for taller things like peppers and tomatoes. Once they hit a certain peak, we'll move them up here so that they have plenty of room to grow. Okay, so we finally got it all done. We have all of the shelves set up and the lights, obviously, and also the heat mats. So we only have 2 heat mats. We might buy more, but we can fit 4 trays, 4 big trays of soil block on 1 heat mat. So that's 8. And I don't know if we're going to need to. Well,
We have
probably
10
will.
trays.
Yeah, we have 10 trays.
We're gonna
2
start
mats, 8 shelves, a partridge and pear tree.
And we're gonna start more seeds in 4-inch pots this year.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
a thing.
And then we have this. The brand is Casa, and it's a smart power outlet. And so we're gonna have the lights plugged into one, the heat mats plugged into the other, and then maybe like Blake has like those top lights. Maybe that's plugged into a different one, or
Maybe.
or whatever. But
Just, yeah.
This is great because then I can set a timer for how long the lights are on and how long the heat mats are on, if those need to be different from each other, or
We can just automate our processes so we don't have to think about it. We're not worried about it, and they just go on automatically. And it's also helpful if we ever go on vacation or aren't at home for whatever reason to turn on and off the lights, on and off the heat mats.
Yeah.
So.
And I really like the Casa app. So I definitely, that's my favorite like smart outlet light product at the moment.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Cool.
After putting together our seed starting shelf, I decided to go ahead and give our seed starting trays a good scrub. I'm just using water, some soap, and a little bit of vinegar to scrub these down, making sure to get all of last year's soil off of the sides so that these are squeaky clean and don't have any leftover pests, diseases, whatnot on them. These are 10 by 20 Bootstrap Farmers seed starting trays. And we have 2 little bits to them on the bottom, so one that is mesh and one that is solid, and that's why it's kind of double the work. 80's now washing the tops of the trays. These are our domes that make sure our seedlings are nice and cozy. I'm boiling up this water so that I can add it to my cocoa core mix. It comes in a big block, and then you just add water to reconstitute it. The reason I'm using hot water or boiling water is that it speeds up the process of reconstituting it, and also has the benefit of possibly killing any pathogens or diseases that might be in the soil. And this soil, this cocoa core, I picked up last year, so I wanted to make sure I killed anything that was stuck on it. One of the reasons I love using cocoa core is because it helps maintain moisture in the soil and is a fine material, so it's good for young seedlings. I'm going to be adding some worm casting in for extra nutrients. And then I have a bag of Vermont compost. I don't remember exactly the size of it, but I just grabbed some so that we have, again, more nutrients in the soil.
I'm okay.
And last but not least, we have Fox Farms Happy Frog soil to top it off. And then I'm just going in and mixing the entire thing, making sure everything is well incorporated, making a little bit of a mess, and we're good to go. Ready to start those soil blocks. Our first soil blocks.
So these little things make a little hole in the soil block. So we're gonna go ahead and stick these in there so that it creates a little hole when you make the soil block that you can put the seed into.
And sometimes we take them out so that we can soil block things that just need to sit on the surface.
So I got those in there, the little white things. So I'm first going to push my soil to the center, and then I'm going to come and pull it forward and then push it back and then like rock it back and forth. Oh, I was wondering what that was. And like I'm going to kind of compact it in as I do, and I'm going to like go on top of it and grab more and rock it back and forth and side to side and just smush it in there. And then I'm gonna lift it up. I'm gonna push it even more in. I probably have a little bit too much water in this. But yeah, so you want it to be as flat as you can on the bottom. And then I'm gonna take it over here and I'm gonna line it up with my previous row, or just like in the center of it, because you want to leave room around the edges so that you can water. And then I'm going to put it here, and then I'm going to lift up the handle and then pull it away. And see, we put those divots in there, so there's a little hole for the seed now. And as you go, sometimes you'll need to add water, sometimes you'll need to add soil. Like, you'll just have to do that, and then you'll get to a point where you use all of your soil and you just need to start completely over again. So I'm just rocking back and forth, smushing it in there. And then I'm going, sometimes, the most times you like miss stuff on the side blocks, so I go like, I grab soil from the sides and pick some up, and then I smush that in there. All right, and then I lift it up and I smush it in there and flatten it more. All right, and I bring it over here and do another row. Cool. This is our first time using this tray we just bought at the store, if you see in our previous video. I don't know, I like it. It kind of moves around a lot, but it's really nice. It's really smooth on the inside, which is nice for gliding this around and rocking back and forth.
Well, it's not necessarily a soil blocking tray, it's more of a potting up tray.
Yeah.
So it doesn't need to like have a lot of
weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should make specific soil blocking potting trays like this that have more weight to them. Okay. That one kind of stuck. But yeah, you can just, these are pretty easy to move around. I mean, you gotta be kind of delicate, but you don't have to be super delicate.
They should be able to just be picked up and hold together.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that we have the seed soil block, or no, the soil blocks in their container, I'm gonna go through our seed packets to start and figure out which ones we want to put in here. I think, yeah, let's do some asparagus. So this is the Millennium hybrid asparagus. And I'm gonna sow all of these because they're a perennial patch and it takes 3 years for them to grow. So I'm just gonna sow as many seeds are in this packet. Okay, this is all the seeds that were in there. They're like little black guys. And then I'm just gonna plop them in a hole. Since there's not many seeds in this packet, I'm only doing 2 per, just to make sure I'm not wasting. One, two, three, four, five rows. I'm just going ahead and labeling some painter's tape with what I'm putting in these rows. So I have 5 rows of the Millennium asparagus, and then I'll put the rest with the Conover's Colossal asparagus. So just labeling these so that I know what's here. And this will simply go on the side of the tray. Okay, let's open this one. This is the other asparagus pack we're going to be sewing today. And if you don't have the divots in, you can always just make a little mark with your marker, Sharpie, whatever. I'm just gonna put the rest back in this packet while I wait for the other soil block to be done. And then I have some vermiculite here to put on top. The very last step is to mist your plants. These are all good with our asparagus. Eat it. Asparagus.
Yay!
Yeah,
That's exciting.
very exciting. We're gonna continue with the Conover asparagus. Again, I'm sewing the whole pack. That is not the case for many seeds, but that is the case for certain ones. So by all means, please do not sew all the seeds you have in one packet. I accidentally did that when we were soil blocking last year with tomatoes. I thought, oh, you need to sow an entire pack for an entire year. That is untrue. You do not need 25,000 plants of tomatoes, apparently. So, yeah. I don't know if that was just foolish or ambitious, but... Also, since I'm being better about record keeping, I'm going to be writing on here how many soil blocks, how many seeds per soil block that I started, and the date. And I'm going to be writing this down for all of our things to better keep track of germination rates. It also helps me give a better idea of how many seeds per pack I have. Yeah.
Okay, so I ransacked the greenhouse for little square trays to fit into this cheaper tray. For most of our soil blocking, we use these bootstrap ones that are really nice. They're thick plastic. They're really good. This is our second year using them so far. But anyway, yeah, I went through the greenhouse and found all these little guys, and they all fit perfectly into this tray. So now I'm gonna wash these out and then I'm gonna fill them with soil and put our onions in these. That's all.
Okay, so AD just filled all of these up with soil, so I'm going to go ahead and throw some of our onion seeds in. This one is going to be the yellow sweet Spanish Utah from Botanical Interest.
You want to fill them pretty densely though, you know?
Yeah, I know. So I have one more packet. So these 2 packets of onions filled up these 9 trays right here. Next one I will do is this Red Wing variety from Johnny's. And the last one, which we'll probably need another section for, I will put in the last one. This is the Patterson onions from Johnny's. I'm just gonna gently tap these into the soil to make sure the top of the soil is even. Let's see what else we got. Okay, we have these King Richard leeks from Johnny's. So next up, I'm gonna be planting this Utah celery. These holes these seeds are particularly small, so I am just filling in the little holes just a tad so that the seeds don't go too deep and have issues germinating, because they're tiny, tiny little guys. They're so tiny. So in these ones, we're going to be putting echinacea, and we have all of these packets of seeds that we saved last year from our echinacea plants. So just gonna go ahead and crack one of these open and put these in here, and then we'll throw those outside to cold stratify. That's what the seeds look like. Kind of pokey little things, similar to marigolds, I suppose. And also, I'm thickly sewing these because they do have like other bits and bobs in them. so many already.
Yeah.
It's just February.
All right, so I'm out on the deck. Blake and I potted up a bunch of stuff. So we potted up echinacea, lavender, black-eyed Susan, lupins, yeah, a bunch of stuff. And we tried a couple different methods. So we have a pot that has echinacea in it, and we had a lot of echinacea left over. Like, we collected so many seeds that we're kind of just being willy-nilly about how we're doing it and like experimenting with it a bit more since we have so much to spare. So we have echinacea in this pot down here, and I don't have it covered, but I have these other ones have domes on them because if it rains, I don't want it all to collect at the bottom of the tray. So I have some domes on these ones. And then this one I don't have a dome on because I don't have enough for what we've have going on inside. So these are just all flowers. So we're going to prioritize the seeds we have in the grow room right now. But yeah, so the plan is to leave these out for at least 4 weeks so they cold stratify. And then I don't know what we're going to do after that. If we're going to leave these outside to try to germinate or if we're going to bring them in to germinate. I kind of feel like we won't have the space to bring them in to germinate, but we're going to see once we get there. These were our winter sowing jugs from our other video. And then also, I did these in the fall, but I took some Honeycrisp apple seeds and put these in pots. So I have these still cold stratifying. I'm not really sure how long you have to cold stratify apple seeds, but it's probably at least 4 weeks or more. But yeah, so we'll see what happens with these or what we decide to do with these after 4 weeks or so.
This tray is entirely made out of onions in these 4-inch pots. We have Patterson, Red Wing, red onions, and then yellow Spanish onions. This one is entirely just Utah celery. This is King Richard leeks. This is a continuation of Patterson onions as well as rosemary and eucalyptus. And then down here we have 2 big things of asparagus. Oops. Okay, so we got a lot done. We built this shelf, we put all the lights up, and we got a lot of soil blocking done. We got stratification out of the way. So all in all, a pretty productive weekend, I would say.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us.
Yep.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.